Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Desert Strike. Last episode, Goose captured a whole bunch of scientists working for the Madman, and they were developing chemical weapons to put on intercontinental ballistic missiles. Luckily they spilt the beans on where the missiles are located, but even though Goose has a general idea of where the missiles are located, he's still going to have to do a little bit of digging around, and he's going to dig with his machine guns. So, on the mission info screen, it said that most of the missiles are hidden under sand dunes. So we just got to clear out, just start shooting the dunes, and where you see either gray smoke coming up, or you hear the ping when you're hitting something, that's you know you're hitting the right dune. So you just gotta look at your map, shoot around where you're kind of located in the vicinity where the red dot is. So we have a ZSU tank guarding a lot of these. This one's tricky because once you destroy that first ZSU tank, a second one will appear from the top of the screen. So we just want to kind of sneak around, shoot a Hellfire missile and then 2 Hydras at the launcher, and it takes it out. I could save some fuel by going in the water here, but there's a few more enemies along the way here going toward this other missile down here. And they'll get in our way later on when we escort the bus and the embassy staff. We won't get to that in this episode, but it's the final thing we have to do in this mission. So the one on top has the missile. I'm going to approach it and destroy it from the top because there's a bazooka guy, an RPG launcher guy there, and he appears on the top, so I want to be able to shoot him, get him out of the way real quick. Co-pilot Mr. Dave there isn't doing too good on the job shooting, but it's okay. We're going to get plenty of opportunities to refill our armor coming up here. So we have 3 downed pilots that we have to rescue. We want to make sure that we have a good amount of ammunition as well. I have enough to take out one. The pilots, they're going to be on a raft, and circling the raft are 2 speedboats that the enemy has, and there's an RPG guy on each of the speedboats. They have 150 health, so they'll take a missile or a missile and 2 Hydras to take them out, or 6 Hydras. So just take them out like that. Usually you can sneak up from the bottom and get a few hits on them before they manage to fire you. So you're going to see that when I'm going to approach the other 2 pilots who are downed in the sea, I'll be kind of just like sneaking forward. So I go really, really slow, creep up, and then once I can see the boat where they're at, then I can make when the opening is there, I can make a beeline straight up and take care of them. Helps conserve some armor. There's plenty of armor drops though that we can pick up. Now I didn't get that last missile over there because one of the objectives after we save these pilots, you have to save 2 of the 3, but we're going to get all 3, is to destroy the power plant. The power plant is over in the south east corner of the map. So basically on our way to the power plant, we'll get that final ICBM launcher. I would not feel comfortable in this boat because you shoot a few times and it just explodes. Well, like everything in this game explodes. So, like I said, once we get 2 of the pilots, we complete the mission, and then the location of the power plant appears. One of the first pilots that we rescued, he mentioned that the Madman's yacht, for some reason, if we take out the power station, the Madman's yacht's defenses will be compromised. I don't know how that is because the power plant is on the land, the yacht is totally in the water, but you don't want to have the yacht be considered a danger zone. So we're going to go take out that power plant. On the way there, we can also take out that final ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. We don't have to do it, but, you know, I always have to get the max amount of points. Drop off these guys. That should have us enough armor to get through this next little objective. We have an armor in the city, and then like all the other missions, when the power plant is destroyed, there'll be an armor pickup in it. But I'm gonna do well enough that I won't need to pick up either of those. I'm gonna be able to get a lot of hostages to rescue when we destroy the Madman's yacht. Alright, so the power plant is guarded by 3 surface-to-air missile launchers, but they're pretty easy to take out. We can just post the first one there from the side, this one from the south, and then this top one from the side as well. We can take them out before they even get a chance to shoot at us. Unlike mission 1, we don't have too much of a power grid to destroy here, so just one. There's a ton of those towers to take out in mission 1. I think there was only 2 in mission 2. Just stand here, take this guy out, and then we'll go and take out the remaining ICBM. So the Madman has 12 hostages on his yacht. You only have to rescue 10 of them. But it's going to take 2 trips because you can only carry 6 at a time. The hostages can only stay floating for a certain amount of time, and then they drown. They can't swim very well. But luckily, that time only counts down when they are on the screen. So we'll pick up 6 of the hostages, fly back to the landing zone, and even though like we'll leave one of the hostages in the water, they pop out one at a time. He won't be considered drowning because he's not going to be on the screen. And then we'll just fly back and pick him up on the second run along with the others. You come out, like I said, one at a time, and you can kind of position yourself to a point, get a sweet spot where as soon as they jump in the water, they'll jump right onto your ladder. So I have just enough. There's going to be a yacht. The yacht. There's going to be one of those speedboats, and then there's also going to be a helicopter. Helicopters are a new enemy in this. They're very annoying. I believe they have 200 health. So they either take 2 big missiles to take out, 2 Hellfires, or 8 Hydras. They shoot pretty fast too, but they're kind of like the surface-to-air missile launchers, where they have to turn to face you. So if you approach them from the side or the rear, you should be able to get a bunch of shots off on them before they can start shooting you. The Madman also has some soldiers on his yacht shooting at you, but luckily they're only riflemen, so they're not like the RPG guys who would take a lot of health. So we took out the chopper, we took out the speedboat, we took out the soldiers, and as the hostages come out, soldiers will start appearing on the front and the back of the yacht to shoot at us, and 2 speedboats will also appear, one from the north and one to the right. We're just going to ignore them basically and just try to position ourselves, because our main thing is getting these saving these hostages. I have to keep count, so there's 5. As soon as I get 6, I make a beat retreat, and beat feet, make a retreat, because I don't want that guy floating in the water on screen very long. Unfortunately, I don't have enough Hydras. You need 6 to take out one of those boats, so I'm gonna have to go get some ammo. But like I said, the good thing is the timer for those hostages swimming doesn't count down while they're not on the screen. The trickiest thing about those hostages is the main way I like lost them in previous playthroughs and test runs was the yacht. Even though like you're flying and the yacht is in the water, the yacht is tall enough that you can bump into it. So when you're backing out or approaching when you're backing out from the yacht or approaching the hostage to pick them up, you could potentially bump the yacht, and if you bump the yacht, then your chopper will spin around, and usually that'll keep you from picking up the hostage, because while you're spinning out until you get control back of the chopper, they're probably going to drown. We don't want that. Like I said, you only have to rescue 10 of the 12, but we want to get everybody, so Goose is a good mouse like that. So I mainly just ignore the guys on the boat because they don't, like I said, they're only shooting rifles. They're not going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, they're hurting the helicopter a little bit, but we're getting full armor every time we return back the 6 hostages, because each of them gives 100 points. Max armor is 600. So the little bit of damage we're going to take from getting shot a bunch of times by the riflemen, we're going to easily recover that. We have 385. Now this is the kind of a tricky part. Our next objective is to go get the enemy ambassador and destroy the 4 enemy headquarters that are around him. So, but when you look at that mission objective, it says that it's protected by radar. So it's not on the map anywhere, but there is a small radar dish to the south of where the embassies are. And you have to take that out, otherwise it's going to be considered a danger zone. And we got a lot of enemies there. We have some RPG soldiers, we have a ZSU tank, and we have 2 of the M48 mobile missile launchers. So you're going in there as a danger zone. Not advised. You'll get shot down. But basically, if you go straight ahead from the landing zone where I just dropped those POWs off, we'll see to the right there, we are basically pretty much right in line with the radar dish. So once we take the radar dish out, then to the north right up here, this area is no longer a danger zone, although it is considered dangerous. Anti-aircraft artillery gun there. Just run up, shoot with 2 Hydras. Take out this guy the same way we always do. We shoot him, retreat, shoot him again. The ZSU tank is up to the north here, so we're going to spin around, try to approach it from the side. That didn't work out too well. And in a real jerk move, there's a M48 tank missile launcher in the top building. Not this one, but the one over to the right. The ambassador is in the center building, so you have to destroy that and then pick up the ambassador. But the mission objective also says you have to destroy all 4 of the command centers. So don't think that, I can just like shoot the middle one, get the ambassador, and don't have to worry about that tank ambushing me, because the mission will not be completed until you destroy all 4 of these as part of the mission condition. So unfortunately we'll take a little bit of damage there, but we get a little bit of damage healed up when we drop off the ambassador. And we can also get, there's a little side objective. I mentioned there's a news crew that's out. We can rescue them and then drop them off at the news station. And they also count as like hostages. They'll give us 100 armor fix. So here's what that, yeah. Luckily though, like I said, they shoot really slow, so you're probably gonna get hit at least once by the missile when it first appears, but should be able to spam your hydras with missiles enough to finish it off before it could shoot you again. If you're lacking armor, though, those missiles take off 100. If you're low on armor, you could pick up the armor pickup that's to the south, or kind of basically straight ahead of us. And there's the enemy ambassador. And we're going to have to get a bunch of other ambassadors from other countries who are locked up where that green dot is. But before we do that, like I said, I want to rescue that news crew. There's basically 5 city blocks there. I want to go, I'll clear out the bottom 2 city blocks because that's where the news crew is. And you want to clear out the city blocks before you go to rescue the embassy staff, because there's a bunch of enemies inside the city just patrolling around. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to let your, like the mission objective says, you're going to let your co-pilot off, and he's going to drive the embassy staff on a bus, and you basically have to escort the bus to safety. So it's much easier to escort the bus to safety if you basically clear most of the route before you go. Now, some enemies will spawn. They don't pop up on the map until the bus appears. But these other enemies that are always on the map, you want to take them out. Take out as many buildings as you can, so that if you need fuel or ammunition, they'll be uncovered. And like I said, it just makes things a little bit easier. Like I said, preemptive work. Was it an ounce of prevention prevents a pound of cure? So you could blow up the, unlike the UN van, the news van, you actually destroy the news van. We're actually going to have to destroy one of the news vans. It's going to be blocking the way. The enemy's going to set up like these checkpoints. The only problem, one of the worst things I remember the first time I played this this campaign, I was escorting the bus, and I got shot down by one of the enemies, and the chopper crashed on the bus, and then that destroyed the bus and killed all the embassy staff. And that was basically a game over. I had to restart and do this whole campaign all over again. So when you're escorting the bus, stay a little bit in front of it. Don't hover directly above it, because just in case something bad does happen, you don't want to crash on the bus. Luckily the game is kind of nice and gives quite a few armor pickups along the way. You saw that in the one village. There's another armor pickup right there. But there's another one down where the news crew is from. We're gonna go drop them off. Get some fuel. There's fuel nearby. There's some more fuel up in the other sections of the city. But like I said, we're running out of time, so I'm not going to clear them out. I'm just going to take the news crew back, finish this episode off by doing that, and then I'll also drop off the enemy ambassador. So that'll be 300 more points of armor, putting me at 575, which is almost full. Remember, max is 600. There's another armor pickup there. I get a little lost here. I know the news crew's around here somewhere. The news crew can only be dropped off at this location. So you don't want to be doing like the other missions with the news crew on, because then they'll just like take up space in your chopper. So yeah, you want to get rid of, you want to have that full empty chopper for when you're picking up like the hostages on the Madman's yacht. Save the trips. You could pick up the news people much earlier in the campaign, but then you risk going into it while it's a danger zone. So there's no point, like I said, in getting them any earlier. They're not on a time limit where you have to rescue them in a certain amount of time or the mission time's out. As long as they're off screen, they're out of mind, so. Drop him off. They'll hover over the water. Pause the game. And this is where we'll pick up in our next episode. We're heading off to rescue the embassy staff. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks for following along. Goose appreciates your support. Bye.